their words.
감독 김정수입니다. 디플러스 기아랑 첫 매치를 앞뒀는데 긴장되고요. 그래도 오랜 기간 열심히 준비해 와서 오늘 꼭 이겼으면 좋겠습니다. TK, T1 다 강팀인데 저희가 그나마 덜 까다롭다고 생각해서 지목했습니다. 지금 메타가 미드에 이상한 것도 많이 나오고 그래서 쇼메이커 챔프 폭이 걱정되는데 그래도 나름 저희가 할 거 준비해 와서 괜찮다고 생각합니다. 네. 오랜만에 저희도 큰 경기라 떨리는데 열심히 준비한 만큼 꼭 디플러스 기아 이기고 승자전 가가지고 경주까지 가고 싶습니다. 네. 젠지 화이팅!
네, 안녕하세요. 디플러스 기아 감독 제파 이재민입니다. 사실 만날 확률이 되게 높다고 생각하고 있었고 스프링 때는 저희가 아쉽게 3대2로 졌는데 이번에는 꼭 이기고 싶습니다. 전반적으로 거의 모든 부분에서 아주 잘하는 팀이라고 생각하고 있습니다. 제가 알기로는 닭게장을 시켰고 이제 오면서 했던 얘기로는 경기가 길어지면은 뭔가를 더 시켜서 먹는다고 하고 있는 것 같더라고요. 저희가 저번 스프링에서는 이제 더블 엘리미네이션에서 2패를 하면서 바로 떨어져 버렸는데 이번에는 꼭 최소한 경주까지는 가고 싶고 가능하다면 우승까지 노려보고 싶습니다. 디플러스 기아 화이팅!
Yeah. And he's also been known to play this from time to time. I mean, it can wombo, and it can combo, and it's pretty good into Casante. There it is, Malphite for game one is the choice for Kingen. And, you know, you were talking about things that aren't great into the Maokai. Well, you don't really have to worry about Maokai if you're Malphite. You just press your R button, you're unstoppable.
You're unstoppable, you go straight through. I think you can trust that those engages are going to be good.
It's Hana!
An XD plus player himself.
Yeah. Looks like his second time ever. Try to get over all of that disengage. We'll see if it works out for them as we hop into the rift for game number one. This was the Kane that was played right by Canyon. Just an insane best of five. It always feels like these two make for really fun best of five. So we could be in for something really awesome, or maybe Genji's just that good. Let's see what happens though, as Kingen rather is in a lot of trouble, has to flash, and is also getting invaded in their jungle, RDK.
Like that. He will be in trouble as Pays will be lane swapping as well into this top lane to avoid that really annoying matchup into the Malphite. This will send a bit of an edge here, especially with the numbers advantage they have down there. But Pays should still be able to get a lot of value here before he goes back to the bottom lane. But advantage D+, as you alluded to. Lucid also over here taking these Krugs away now.
Yeah, Lehen's just trying to get down some wards, and maybe if they let him, he can get some XP. Very doubtful that they do. Already two turret plates going down. Here comes the TP from the Ziggs into the bottom lane, so they don't really get too much damage done to the top side. I'd love to see if they even got a plate. Maybe they got one. There was a massive wave up there.
I think they probably got one. It's covered by the Malphite right now, but I would assume, yeah.
Yeah.
One does go down, obviously. And Lilia is backing. They were able to identify that, or should be able to. They know the top side of this jungle has been cleared, or the blue side of top jungle has been cleared, so they will get away with this. This is a really nice pressure here from Genji. These are small things, right? They're a little bit behind on gold right now, but it's relatively negligible in the grand scheme of things. They get this first objective so quickly that now they can contest for the top side objective as well.
Yeah.
Enough to contest Grubs.
Yeah.
And Genji want to get everything. They want to get both sides of this.
Yeah, I mean, they got that Drake, as you mentioned, with the Grubs. So important for their comp as Lucid in a bit of trouble. He's going to have to flash this wall, but into the wall he goes, and all out it over the wall as well. The Ignite comes in, Lucid flashes for no reason, goes down, and Genji will get first blood, 2 Grubs, and now Pays is up in the top lane.
Yeah, Pays is just going to push Kingen out of this lane. There's no reason for Kingen to ult into Pays. They have to ult here now.
Should be able to force it. There's the ult, but now Lehen's, he doesn't have flash, but he's trying to get enraged. He's a level 3 Poppy! Well, you know, it's not amazing for their comp, but also just if they're able to stack a couple of Cloud Drakes, like they already have so much disengage, like how do you get on anyone as DK? As we have an all-out on the top side, Kingen. This is supposed to be a counter matchup, but, well, at least he's got flash, and he has his ult. Here comes him, Maokai. There's the flash, but now Lehen's is coming on in. He's getting revenge. Well, not revenge, but he's looking to double up, and he's not able to do so. Kingen does get away, but again, this turret is just free.
Yep. We'll be able to satchel it in just a moment. Get the zoom.
And now.
Bam. 450 in his pockets. Down here with Demolish, they will be able to get a turret in exchange. And they're getting the Dragon. Decides to ultimately push another wave and back off. TP to the top side, and they're going for Herald. Ziggs plus Herald plus Tristana plus 5 grubs is a problem that D+ need to somehow solve. And King has TP.
They're not solving it. It doesn't look like they're really in position to solve it at all. I mean, Moham's just zoned away. The Rift Herald's gone. We'll kind of rely on Gen.G not getting chunked out too much.
Canyon's got his passive, heals up a little bit here. We'll drop the Herald on top of Raptors. That will eventually get here to the mid lane. There's the TP from Showmaker. Try to match and handle this. Yeah. Also, Kingen returning to the bottom lane, picked up Merc Treads. I mean, this fight is everything for D+. They have no control.
So, Chovy, wait, he accidentally hit the wall. He pops out right in front of Showmaker. Now he's in a really awkward spot. Pays is going to flash that ult. That is huge that he avoids that knockup. And now Kingen so far ahead of his team, and nobody can join him as the MF ult hits pretty much nothing except Keen. Down will go the top laner. Aiming, though, is going to get that kill onto Lahens, but it's only Lahens. In goes Canyon. He's alone as well. And now DK are turning this fight around. Canyon super low. They want to get that kill onto him as the Phosphorus Bomb barely going to miss. And Chovy does deny the missile, but that's a one-team fight for DK and maybe a Dragon.
Yeah, trying to set the ultimate, and then Chovy also not able to maximize value here as Pays may look for a steal. Pretty hard to do so.
I mean, as Ziggs, we'll see. He doesn't have his ult, so that's, if he had his ult, maybe. But yeah, it's not going to happen.
You hit multiple targets, you actually do a lot of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely do. That fight was very close. DK did come out ahead. They got that first Dragon. It does look like Gen.G, though, continuing with the pressure. They get that mid-tier 1. Keen also getting to work on the bot tier 1. So they're going to have all tier 1 turrets taken down early on.
Right now, which I know might make a few people unhappy, but does also tech in the Oblivion Orb.
I think it makes sense into this comp. There's just so much wombo combo. If you get caught by that, you want that extra shield. But King is just going to ult away. And now this Maokai ultimate getting huge value. Moham trying to crash down away from the team. But here comes Chovy and the rest of them. Gen.G on the chase. And with the Cassante leading the charge, they don't really have a way to get away. Canyon going to lock down a kill. Lucid super low as he's going to get assassinated by Cassante as well. And so it is a 2-for-1. Canyon will go down. He did go slightly too far forward, eats a bullet time to the face.
Went a lot better, I think, for D+ than I expected after they did overextend there.
So it looks like Gen.G are not going to overcommit to that. Fears of a counter engage, but a bit of damage done to Moham already, as they do look to set up here. You see the vision around the Dragon. It's pretty much non-existent. There's no flank wards, nothing for Kingen. And if they see the Malphite just running straight at them, they know how to deal with that. So yeah, DK just not really going to be able to get in on this Dragon, so that first one, the first Mountain Drake will go over towards Gen.G.
Look at Canyon's positioning.
Yep, he's got a very nice angle on this one. He is going to throw in the ult. They try to get on top of Chovy, who is not quite able to buffer that one. The sleeve coming down, and Moham's totally going to miss on the left side, though. Down, though, will go Chovy. It is a trade that DK will enjoy, and now they're just looking for Canyon, who is also just kind of on the run, doesn't have a way to get out of this one. Is able to slow up a couple of guys actually with saplings and is incredibly fast. So he's just going to run away from them.
Then their comp can be both strong in setting up combos, but also oppressive. And that's why they've committed so heavily to this mid turret, because theirs is down. And now TP coming through.
And there's a flank, and they're just kind of being squashed, aiming in a very awkward spot. As nice ult from Moham just to collapse this fight, but now the Ziggs ult comes in on top of aiming. He's just on the run. Kingen also has to ult away. Meanwhile, Moham's just dead once again on the left side, trying to just peel for the team. And he does that, but he also dies.
But now TP coming through from Keen, and they are starting up this Baron. Lucid has flash, but I mean, this is looking pretty desperate. Remember, Kingen doesn't have flash, doesn't have ult.
They just don't have any setup. No Malphite ults, no flash, no Rel is the biggest one, and it's just free for the side of Gen.G. Like, yeah, maybe Lucid could have tried to flip it, but that's really risky. A lot about control, and it felt like a couple of fights where Gen.G were kind of a little bit wishy-washy. DK found some angles, but the second that they kind of clamped down, got a little bit cleaner, DK just feels like they don't really have an angle.
that.
And
He doesn't care. He will have some teammates come over now, but even if they needed to come defend the turret, he would just be able to sit over here, take this one down. Doesn't have teleport, but there's just nothing that D+ could do to punish because Baron buff is up. Takes way more. What can D+ do to try to set up a fight here? It's not like Moham has teleport, you know? He can't be where he wants to be without vision.
yeah. It's also really fun to watch Gen.G that even from this lead, they're showing an immense amount of respect. I mean, they are going to throw in an ult here just to try to drop some siege damage in. I mean, take a look at the health bars. Lucid and Showmaker very low, but DK do clear the wave. So feels like Gen.G, they really wanted to get the turret. They're not going to get it then, but they're going to get it now. So, yeah, you stepped up, you cleared the wave, you stopped it for one wave, but you didn't stop it for the next one. With the Ziggs, the Crypt Bloom to help out in team fights. Here comes Chovy jumping into the enemy team. Just a bait, I guess. Here comes a bunch of damage as Showmaker loses half his health from one ability from the Ziggs.
And then Lehens just sends King into the Nether. He's not able to turn this fight. He's back now. They're just going to back off and look for the Baron and force a fight on their terms when they have vision control here. Top side belongs to them. Showmaker's going to back here, TP back into the fight.
Yeah, somebody's got to face check this. There's not a lot of vision around it. Moham trying to get in. Canyon and Chovy just trying to two-man Baron, but they will respect, and they will back away for now.
This is the most risky Gen.G has played, I feel, this game right now, right here. But Keen is just blocking Moham's engage.
See Jonah Strong, he's like zooming in on every bomb because that's really what this game has turned into. It's like poke simulator for Pays, and Keen looking for angles while DK try to set up for some kind of wombo combo.
Yeah, they're so well split. Look at Gen.G's positioning. You can't hit multiple members with the Magnet Storm here. Moham is trying. He's fishing, man.
Yeah.
It's not his day. He might come home empty-handed.
I really feel bad for Moham. I don't even blame him at all. Like, he's trying so hard.
But look at the angle. They're all so well split. They're so respectful. And Chovy's just like, all right, now I've got enough cryo to solo the dragon. Here we go again.
And DK, it looks like they don't really have pressure to go for a Baron, so they got to try to fight for this dragon. Chovy will respect it, will back away, but now team fight kind of brewing around the mid lane. Kingen getting a bit low. Keen trying to frontline. Here comes the Nature's Grasp, and now Kingen just so far away. The three-man knockup, and now the Rel comes over the top, takes down one, and Keen is in the backline, but he might go down, but not before taking down aiming, and that is the main character on the side of DK. Showmaker still existing, but can he do enough damage alone? The answer is no, as Pays and Chovy, the two carries, charge through and finish off the team fight.
I feel like if the gold was a little bit closer, that might have been what gives D+ a huge tip of the scales, a huge win.
The Magnet Storm, and it just doesn't matter because he gets bombed to death.
Yep.
And then gets jumped on, all outed. Like, you know, he had his moments and he played it really well alongside of Moham, but it just eventually did not matter. It's gonna be the DK redemption arc in this game one. Instead, well, Gen.G got everything. Now we have a hugely deep TP, very far away from the team fight. He's gonna have to run for about 17 minutes.
Let's see if he can catch one of these carries.
He is gonna find Chovy, who does try to buffer it and does fail, but guess what? Maokai pressed R, and nobody can join. Kingan's alone, and he is now dead. And the Ziggs bomb over the top gets a ton of damage down, and Keen also is just unkillable with this Mountain Soul. Looks like Gen.G, they play it carefully until they don't have to, and now they're looking to end the game.
That is gonna be it. Some nice attempts from D+. That ain't AP Malphite. Chovy just shrugs it off. Doesn't care, I got caught, but you don't have a team.
Yeah.
You don't have a Nexus.
And they can barely even survive in the fountain at the end. Gen.G, it's very Korean League of Legends.
Yeah, no,
right?
it's old school Korean League of Legends. Because these days it's not always like this here in Korea. Sometimes we have some very aggressive dives. We have, you know, a focus on a single lane, destroy said player. This was just Gen.G destroying the turrets, destroying the map, and destroying and blind the support with a Blitzcrank. Then, you know,
yeah,
100% win rate. I wonder who is in those games.
Maybe that Lehens guy.
Or Garen.
Garen! Yeah, just play Garen instead, of course. Now, is it going mid?
Yeah, that's the
question. Are we getting top Corki?
I mean, I think that makes sense. Because you have a melee champion in the mid lane that's going to be...
가렌 덤벼라.
So I'm guessing
Woori Bank Summer Playoffs. We are ready for game number 2. Smack over the head, I guess.
it looks like a sword you'd give a child to play with, you know?
Yeah.
Plastic lightsaber.
It's made out of foam.
Yeah. But obviously root. And then maybe they could do something. But if Keen just Valkyries it, then
I mean,
he doesn't care.
Also, Kingen is just not really a champ, but he does have Ghost. There's the Valkyrie. Keen will flash straight into the root, and the Olaf's on top of him, and Keen is just so dead. Sets up first blood here for Kingen.
Oh!
Wow, that was sick. And now, instead, Moham is able to flash in front of it, and he will have to give his life for the kill. That hook was definitely going to hit aiming.
Once again, run away with the macro. Hard to engage here as D+, though. We really need to get value out of this Olaf in this fight.
And once again,
Kinda
aiming
waiting.
is not here, so it's just a 5v4 in favor of Gen G. They try to go in on Olaf. That's not a good choice for Canyon. He might just die. He's dead. Down he goes. Now Keen trying to Valkyrie away. Remember, he doesn't have flash. He's going to go down. Double kill here for Kingen. As now trying to frontline with the Garen, but out comes Daisy, and Gen G gonna have to abandon ship. But there's another route that comes in. A triple kill for Kingen's Olaf. And Aiming's just farming bot the whole time.
Yeah, when everybody could just follow up on the Ivern. It is massive. You have a melee composition with the Nasus and the Olaf. Let's look at this. Glacial. No flash here for the Corki. Slowed. Taken down. And that's it.
He
But
says, yeah.
then... And look at them all just melee's like, whoop! That's Ivern, baby.
Yeah, with a reader. So he's just kind of running at him. Now Kingen, I don't think he really cares. And Gen G are just not respecting the Olaf at all, as now, finally, we're going to have a satchel to deal with this.
I mean, he's got Ghost. Got to respect this champ.
Yeah. At least the ult doesn't last for too long early on, as now, that knockback on a Lucid stops the hook from coming in, but it doesn't matter, as it's still going to be the kill. And now Kingen, no Ghost, no flash, no ult. He can't get away now, as this is going to be a huge shutdown. They're going to give over to someone. It should be Keen, as eventually, surely, okay, he does take him down. 600 gold and a free turret down in the bottom side.
It's all fun and games when you're getting plates topside for aiming the Gold King until your bottom side is left out to dry. And as much as we said, oh, they should respect King in there, because it's true, he has Ghost, he has ult. If he uses those tools, then he's diveable, and now the satchel's going to come through, and that is going to be first brick for Gen G on top of the shutdown, and we see a 2,000 gold swing back now into their favor, as Lehens will also pick up his 5,000th assist in that moment.
Big way.
And I think it was a bit of a surprise that Keen was down there, right? But obviously they knew he wasn't topside because they were pushing the turret there.
Can we dive a Garen?
That's a good question. I don't think so.
Well, we're going to figure it out here at the LCK. The answer is absolutely not.
Not even close.
Maybe with Lucid. I think with Lucid, follow-up here, probably a get-up. Maybe. Well, that's going to be an axe to come in. There's the root as well. Jovi in a bit of trouble. And the knockup comes in from Daisy, and finally they do take him down. But now counter dive up on the top side. Can we dive Nasus? The next question, this one much easier, although a lot of damage did go into Canyon. It is going to be a kill going over to Pace.
As they do.
바텀.
Like, we're showing
spawn
Jovi's first-person view here. And he makes that call and knows the pings on the top side on the minimap instantly. As they go through and make the play. Kingen dies here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize you
That's it. You guessed it. It's going to be another turret for Gen G.
Yeah, I mean, trading turrets against the Ziggs, never a good idea. Diving a Garen in general, not the best idea. They make it work, but it doesn't feel like they're trading up in any way. That's another turret that goes over to Gen G.
So much gold already in the pockets of Gen G here. And I mean, for Showmaker in that moment, like, he can't flash the Maokai ult. He's going to get hit by it no matter what. So he just kind of has to sit there and die. And there is no cross map.
Lehens in a little bit of a rough spot here. Probably going to go down. DK, nice catch onto Lehens, who did have flash, but did not elect to utilize it. And that's going to be Rift Herald going over the side of DK.
Of the Devil, it is just right in front of our screens, showcasing the lead he has over aiming right now. And BT is so valuable, obviously, into this comp, but Hens is playing a game here with Moham, and Moham loses.
I mean, they're going to hook up Poppy. Generally not a good idea. The knockup comes in, But Gen.G are on the escape. The ult comes out from the Olaf, and down will go Lehens. There's now Redemption as well. Gen.G, they play with fire. And DK, they say bring it. And they're going to get another double kill here for the side of Kingen, who now has 8 kills.
Yeah. I mean, look, Moam was the loser of the mini game of trying to avoid the hook, but I feel like he was the winner in the end because looking at the Poppy means a big front line, 40 plus, and now they're going in. Yeah, another root here on a Canyon who is very tanky. Down will go the Ivern and Chovy. Can they kill him is the question. Poppy, Moham is in the Riptail, goes in, and will just die. He does trade himself for the Garen. I guess that's worth, but now aiming, very awkward spot, has to trade flashes with Pays, who threatened the, Satchel engage. Yeah, Satchel knockback there would have definitely done him in, so good flash. Can't cleanse that one. So he ends up taking him down there, or taking his flash down there, that is to say. Yeah, Lucid just getting ulted there by the Garen. I don't really agree with Moham. I mean, yeah, he trades his life for a Garen, but the kill still goes over, and he's currently, I guarantee you, even if Gen.G loses this game, that will change, but at the moment, leading the damage charts at over 10,000, nearly 11,000 there. Geen, has some teammates nearby. Yeah. But I think this turret just goes down. They're going to try to ult to save it. All right, well, that's the root, and that's the hook underneath the turret, and max range doesn't matter. You get rooted, you get hooked. And Moham trying to disengage with his own ult is not successful. Yes. And obviously the follow-up to Lucid's roots. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, not again. Moham, he's got flash. He's actually trying to set up a play. Redemption on top. There's a bullet time. And, well, Moham does go down in the end. Daisy will not get her revenge. In fact, this is gold given over to Keen at the end of the day. Absolutely can two-man this, but Canyon, will he scout? He's got Sapling. He's going to control ward it. They know, but they need to show up. He's has TP, but he's a Ziggs. They might be in trouble here, Valdez. TP coming through as well from Showmaker. Yeah, definitely trying to force this one. Gen.G, they want to do something about it. Canyon doesn't have his ult. The knock up here on a Moham. Not a lot of damage. Oh, comes in onto aiming, and Garen is in the back line. Down will go aiming, and the damage is just way too much. Gen.G, they get the punish, and it looked a little bit iffy, but now the Bomba over the top as well. Ziggs will not be defeated. And now the two of them trying to get away. They do huddle up against the wall like they're in the cold winter, but in the end of the day, it is a big fight win to the side of Gen.G. Chovy respawns in 25 here, but I think they definitely can take this Baron. Clearing out vision now. It's Ivern with no flash on the other side. Good luck stopping Gen.G, good luck stealing. They don't even need to have that much control, but Lehens has it here in the choke point. If Lucid steps too close, he will die, and they will get the Baron, so a little bit concerned about him walking up here. Don't do it, Lucid. Don't do it, man. I have so much to live for. They need you. Him out. It's 10 out of 13 KP this game. Yeah, I think especially his positioning, like he was in 5 players. Threads the needle, as you mentioned. Gets the classic Lehens, and the kills are close, but the map control is not. Oh no. Again! Oh, Showmaker, he gets rooted at the very end of the Maokai ultimate, and it's just set up on a T for Lehens once again, who presses the Q, and they have the damage from ahead. And this is what this composition does. And right now, Lehens, for this game, career is 8-1 on the Blitzcrank. And it's looking like he's going to turn it into a 9-1, 90%. With the setup he's been given by Canyon. Some quick math there, Wolf. Yeah. Nicely done. Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes you can do math on stream. when it's you know, base number 10. Here comes Kingen. You know, the issue is, yeah, the Olaf is huge, and he himself is really fantastic into this, but he's alone. Nobody else can really follow up on him. We saw Showmaker pull out the Nasus against BNK. It got a win, and maybe they're saying, okay, maybe we can utilize this again, but not into this team, not into Chovy. King instead, trying to go head-to-head against Chovy's Garen down 2 levels. Kingen bursts into laughter because there's not really much else you can do at this point. Game 2 it's done. BK, they don't have an angle. Yeah, Showmaker hands off the keyboard here. Look at him just stand and watch. Chovy's just like, all right, well, I'm just going to keep pushing. My team has full control of mid. That inhibitor's down. He's got Mortal Reminder as well. Nobody's healing in this game. Nobody's healing. Nobody's doing damage. Everybody is, however, getting hooked. as aiming will avoid this one.
Yeah. But I think playing, you know, MF in the last game could have been very nice. In this game, just doesn't feel nice at all.
No, Chovy's just gonna solo this and hit bottom, while the rest of his team systematically destroys the top. The inhibitor will
on the gate.
survive. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, this is the angle.
All right, they have the flank, and now they're just gonna try to engage on aiming, who is kind of frontlining here, but oh boy, here comes Garen, and the 6-bomb over the top, and aiming just doesn't get to play the game. And Lahens, he's going to taunt Olaf away from the team fight, so that's gonna win it there. As Gen G, it almost looks like they're playing solo queue at this point. It's so one-sided.
Yeah, Chovy didn't even have to ult in that last kill onto aiming. Not sure who he ulted ultimately here, but somebody died, I think, off camera while we were watching Kingen try to chase Lahens.
Oh, the game is over. It's 2-0 for Gen G. This is a playoff best of 5, everybody.
Because you just know, man, we came into the series thinking maybe there's a chance, maybe this goes 5 again. It's D+ versus Gen G. That's what history has showed us for the last few years, but not this year and not this season. Gen G with a massive, massive stomp in game 2. Arguably more one-sided than the first. But I mean, yeah. Forward to set up that pick. Even the Nasus can get isolated if he's caught and pulled back and then blown up by all of that damage. He's pretty tanky, especially when he
see it here in game 3. As we're ready, let's hop onto the rims.
And Moham is going in.
Yeah. Force a smite. I mean, I don't think that Skarner really cares about a level 1 Leona. Here's Kingen and aiming
in the top side. No answer just yet. And the shield will deny that poke. He's actually doing such a great job of picking up XP here. Now he can wave clear with his E.
Yeah, it's never easy to dive a Garen. Excellent wave clear, excellent sustainability, but might go for it here on the next push. Not as big of a wave this time, but it is a cannon wave. Let's see how it goes as Keen wants to get in, gets the silence on a Moham, who's not able to do much except ignite. And now Keen's level 3, and he's totally fine. He's getting chipped out a little bit here.
So many minions are being denied here in the top side. As Keen gets XP, King gets some XP, but it's split. Will TP here, but they're ready for it.
Oh. Hide on bush, except 3-man version, and yeah, Kingen's not
to die. And by the way, they're still here.
Guess what? Yeah. Well, there's the flash stun on in. Kingen does have his flash, and he says, well, I'll use it, I guess. He is going to die anyway, and pays.
And he flashes towards it.
아씨. 나 어떻게 게임?
How can I play the game? How could Keen being half a top laner? Half a top laner versus 0.
I don't know what happened here, but Showmaker just, okay, baiting. Actually just baiting, and now Chovy's just dead. Down he goes. Lucy gonna get that kill in this wild early game. And at least DK gets something back.
Yeah, they do get something back.
You know, you can see a plain as day is much easier to dive in these situations. And here comes Skarner, and that downback is not going to do anything as Showmaker just gets pushed into the rel.
Look at his face too, man.
Yeah, Kenyon and Lahens, man, they're just high-fiving this entire series.
Yeah, and I mean, Kingen and Showmaker are just linked on frustration.
Face bombing together.
I mean, they're just running circles around him. And, you know, the other thing about this, we talked about the Ziggs getting some power topside, even with the plate protection and stuff, but Seraphine just doesn't hurt turrets that much, you know, if there's not a whole lot of setup. I mean, she does end up getting most of these plates, obviously, because it's just a Garen here, but it's not like she is threatening to kill.
Here we go again. Lucid gonna miss the knock-up, and yep, level 6, as you mentioned, so now there's actually threat of a kill.
Look at this first dragon, so... And it's a Chemtech, so on one hand, that feels nice because you don't have Chemtech Soul, but actually Chemtech Soul is pretty good with the Seraphine comp, so maybe it's not really all that great, actually, but
yeah.
I'm trying to find the
only way
positive.
maybe gets away is just running a straight line towards the turret. Think he's dead either way. Not much he can do. Lucid denied getting over the wall, instead elects to ult the Garen.
He doesn't have flash.
Well, he might be able to get out. No, oh, okay. Well, Lucid's got his hands on his face. I mean, guys, this is this is not very close.
They have the Garen. They know the wave clear is fantastic.
Yeah.
Garen pick ends up being a flex, right? King can play it. And now Canyon has ult. Oh boy.
Oh no, Kingen doesn't have his flash, so yeah, there's the Impale coming in, and the bomb sails over the head of Nasus, but it just doesn't matter, as now maybe a punish. 3 members of DK down in the bottom lane. Pays flashing into the fight. I'm not sure that's going to work out for him, but the damage, where is it from the side of DK? There it is, finally, they take out Pays, as well, Canyon not going to get over the wall, has to flash. And finally, DK gets something.
There from D+. Okay, so Lehen's on a ward here. Moab goes in for a bit of an engage, I guess you could say, but it's more so just a bait. Like, he's Poppy, he's very tanky. Or sorry, he's Leona, excuse me, he's very tanky. And this means that Showmaker and Lucid can rotate down. Even though Showmaker didn't have his ult, can just surf and get down here very quickly. This isn't even really needed. And Lucid picks up the kill into Pays. So, bit of a trade back. He's still not playing the game on the other side. The Ziggs, I was going to talk about the items earlier. He got his Loon's Companion a long time ago, and aiming is still trying his best to finish that first item. Wasn't able to do it on that buckler.
He has a lot of ability haste still. He's going to be trying to stack in the side lane and just try to catch up, as we've mentioned. Zeke's first here for the Skarner. A little bit of extra damage, I guess, as it's Hextech Soul once again. So Gen G also have been really high rolling on these Drakes. They didn't necessarily really need to, but now a combo. Okay, a lot of CC. Unfortunately, that's Skarner, so not really able to blow up the Skarner. Down goes the turret, down goes the Leona, and Gen G get another win.
Play there with the Leona, so great 1-2 punch from Moham Showmaker, like we've been talking about this whole game, but they don't have enough damage to kill the Skarner. Toby had TP. And he's just going to come up here and clear this up. Now, Lucid is here. They may be able to punish.
Chobi is in a lot of trouble here. Look at that burst that comes in. The Talia TPing in.
So much needed gold for Kingen as well. Still massively behind in this game, but hey, you know, you'll take every win you can get, and that's Chobi's TP down as well as Moam is here.
Yeah, I think Kingen overstays Showmaker's backing. And Kingen's like, well, I'll stay. Maybe I can get another plate. And he might be able to, just barely not able to. Gets smoked down. And that's the end of him. Meanwhile, the Sinner on the bottom lane is almost dead, 13 minutes in.
Don't waste it again. You wasted it last time. And he's like, okay, I was just saying maybe if I got the kill, like, nah, don't waste it. Keen and Lucid will interact with each other.
Yeah, we've seen this fight before. There's the bomb from Pays. Is going to hit very much on the edge of this one. Lucid, he's got Kingen nearby. Lucid's trying to get something back. And there is empowered recall here. Toby gonna stop the back, actually. Valkyrie over the wall. Not sure if he knows about the Nasus behind him, but now he's about to find out. Kingen is gonna do a decent amount of damage as the Qs will come in. The flash is there, but you're not getting away from Nasus, buddy. Is down. He will go. Kingen sends him a thumbs up.
Slowly, but surely, getting themselves a few kills here.
700 gold.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money. Lucid again caught though.
Yeah, gonna be silenced up, and now he's got a Skarner on his back. Nice knockback here from Showmaker, just desperately trying to help out his buddy.
Hey, he's got his Seraphs complete now. Once he gets Leandries, these types of exchanges are gonna go really well, and Kingen is starting to become relevant now. There's like, he's gonna take this turret out, picks up 2 kills, right? Ends up getting that shutdown. Now 300 more gold in his pocket. He's sitting on 282 stacks here. Pushing 300. And once again, they're using the Hextech Rift incredibly well. And Keen's the next target. This pick comp is starting to come online, Valdez.
Yeah, Keen is Garen trying to trade one back here, but not going to complete the spin into ult. And they do commit pretty heavily up to the top side of the map here. Satchel, passive, down goes the turret, and there's a Drake available. So yes, you got the kill, but will you be able to get much after that? Another charge comes in from the Rift Herald. Toby's just bought. And it feels like they could have just gotten the Drake, but instead just now go for a little bit of a skirmish in mid. Chovy still not there, does have TP.
Yeah, I mean, this is Moham.
Yeah, he's in a bit of trouble. Does have the Eclipse up, but when you get Magnet Storm and Impaled, there's not much you can do. He's level 6, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he gets taken down. So that should be the Drake going to Gen G.
That's alive.
Yeah, the TP is coming in here from Chovy. A lot of damage into Keen, but that is still Garen. Chovy not able to chunk through the Nasus, but guess who's here? It's Pays, and he's doing a ton of damage. Lucid also trying to join. Keen getting pretty low as Lucid extends the Encore and targets it right into the Garen, as a lot of wave clearers coming in, and Lucid sticking around. A big knockback comes in though, and DK are winning a fight while Canyon is just taking the Drake.
This starts to feel like the kind of game that maybe Atlas would have bet his hair on, Valdez. We're not done in live.
Just never done with the action. This time it's a 2v1. Nobody else is nearby, and Keen will just pick up the kill. So
and
a lot cleaner.
And that
take out. As
here we go again, another pick, but Canyon this time he's going to use it to his advantage. Tries to pull Moham after the wall. That's another satchel coming in and a big bomb to the face of Moham. And now Canyon once again through the wall, gonna bring Showmaker straight into the rail as the encore is good once again, but it's not quite as good as the team play from the side of Gen G. And now aiming on Seraphine, you know, he did his job, but he's gonna be able to get away. And now with Barrett available, 21 minutes into the game, Gen G will start it up.
Plus to contest, but they have to try. And no ult for the Seraphine.
Yeah. FaZe is, okay, they're just looking to turn this one. He's on the side. He's got the mines in the perfect spot, and the damage into King is huge. He's not quite that tanky just yet. It should be another couple of kills going the way of Gen G as Canyon gonna throw a rock and take down Leona again. And they might just start it again.
They are going to start it again, and there's just no way to contest. Lucid has flash, but there's no way he can get in here. The Hens will absolutely say no.
Oh, they're going to back.
Wow, they really do decide to back off. Because of the Hextech gates, Lucid can get actually behind Lehens here and circumvent that row. And they're like, that's just not a chance I'm willing to take. I'm not willing to give Baron over. If they get that 50-50 steal, and Lucid sneaks around there, it could be a disaster for us. Lucid going to look for any stragglers.
Might be able to get Chovy here.
Yes, flash ult.
There is Lehens in the brush, who is just going to hop away, but now in goes Lucid. The satchel is not enough to save Lehens' life.
As they're grouped for it, once again, Lehens no vision.
Yeah, and there it is. This time Lehens opening himself up to get picked, just kind of running into the brush. Meanwhile, we got a 1v1 in the bottom side. We're going to see who wins this one. Looks like Nas is by the end of it. Keen going to get withered up as well, and he has nowhere to go. It's a shutdown for Kingen. All right.
Maybe we do get it. Maybe we will, but
Chovy
says no.
Mid. Yep. And Moham trying to force an engage, trying to force something. They know that Kingen's on the right side. And again, in the 1v1, Keen has to be very careful about trying to take that against the Nasus. It's not going to work out. So once again, we reset positioning. Last cone to get over the wall. And a reset on the Dragon as well.
Trying to punish Kingen's flank here, but he just keeps walking back. Moham, though, isolated.
It's so difficult for him to play. I mean, he has to get a flash engage in. Otherwise, the Ziggs just rips him apart. Now Lucid has to flash away. The wall goes over, and Showmaker's just dead! Just like that, but a massive encore, a re-engage from the side of DK, but the Impale catches two. And it should get enough room here for the side of Gen G, and it will 100%. They get a second Hextech Drake to puncture through some of the tanky stats, especially of the Nasus, who has the Spirit Visage. And, you know, the Ziggs was even better with the Maokai, but he's still really good by himself and with a team behind him. So there's the satchel. Down will go that inner.
And they have 6 turrets down. D+, eventually sitting back here in the base, is going to get worn down by a very threatening Gen G Baron. And it's hard to pick when there's no overextension. This is the Baron buff as Lucid's going deep.
Yeah, he has to try something, but the Zonius is there, and he had the satchel set up. He knew the engage was coming, and now the flash Impale in this game, in this series, is just over. Gen G are not pulling any punches. Showmaker desperate to try to take down Chovy, King and the last remaining member, but they have a wave in top, and Gen G will showcase why they are by far the best team in the LCK at the moment.
Few hiccups, a few great punishes from D+, but the lane swapping Ziggs does them in. And it's 25 kills to 16, a very, very bloody game, but not for one moment were Gen G not in control. Sure.
You know, the one team to take them down first in summer. They did win the one game, and unfortunately that wasn't enough. And Gen G take the 3-0. I was hoping for a little bit of a closer series tonight, but instead we just got peak Gen G.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the post-match interview translation, joined by Gen G, the winners of the first match of Round 2 in the 2024 LCK playoffs, brought to you by Woori Bank. Let's hear from Keen, Canyon, Chovy, FaZe, and Lehens. Congratulations!
지금 웃고 계신 건지 뭔지 모르겠어요, 기인 선수.
I can't really tell if our players are smiling.
되게 좋습니다.
Are you happy, Keen? Are you smiling? Yeah, I'm very happy.
저희가 이제
What's the meaning behind the sunglasses?
대팡전이 나와가지고
네.
네, 그것 때문에 저희가
So
이렇게
with the
왔습니다.
team emotes, we have prepared a little bit of an event here with the sunglasses. I think we were just instructed to do so. We're competing to be the best team emote.
승자조 경기를 향한 대결에서 탑라이너
Keen.
최초 700전 달성과 동시에 승리를 거두셨습니다.
So,
소감 들어보고 싶습니다.
It looks like you're the first ever top laner to play 700 games. So how does it feel to win that game with the winners bracket on the line? Yeah, so it's been 7 to 8 years since I started my career, and I feel like it's just so surreal, and I'm really happy. And there's so many emotions going through my mind just being able to play for so long. Let's give it up for Keen.
네, 감사합니다.
네. 오늘
With a long career. And you face Kingen, who brought out some diverse picks such as Malphite and Olaf. So how was playing against them? These are champions that you don't really see a lot in this meta, so I ended up making a lot of mistakes, but because my teammates were able to cover them, I was able to play pretty well in the end. And in Game 3, Genji demonstrated how Garen can be swapped effectively. So do you foresee that Garen will be a hot pick? I'm not sure if Garen will actually be a hot pick or a common pick in the future, but I feel like we definitely made some skills issues plays with Garen, so I'm not sure if anyone will actually play off of our demonstration today. I feel like Chovy have been playing a lot of Garen. I feel like he's very skilled and proficient at him, so maybe he'll play more Garen in the future. It looks like he is very satisfied with what you just said. And what is your resolution for round 3? So this latest meta has a lot of diverse champions, so I really want to make sure to adjust and adapt to the meta and find our comfort picks. And Canyon. So this was the first match you played in patch 14.16. So as a jungler, what was the most crucial point for you? I don't think there were many changes in the jungle. So I think I just had to pay more attention to my solo laners. So from today's match, it looked like you guys really prioritized Maokai and Ziggs. So can you explain why? Since D plus Kia, from the last playoffs, they have been really prioritizing Maokai. I think we just really wanted to steal that and take them away from them. And with the Ziggs, I think it's just something that we just ended up going with a lot of the options that we were studying. In Game 3, you logged in Skarner to showcase some peak performance and managed to get POG as well. So what made you pick Skarner? As our last pick, I was just pondering and hesitating on which pick I should go with the jungle. We were communicating with the team, and Skarner was just something that someone mentioned, and I believe that it was just a good pick as he was buffed recently too. And now that you've secured a spot in Gyeongju, it's time to prepare for the winners bracket. So how will you prepare? So we'll see the next match tomorrow, and I think it really depends on which team makes it to the winner's bracket, so we'll make sure to prepare accordingly. And Chovy, in the past 2 years, every time you met D plus Kia in a best of 5, it has been a full 5-game series. So did you expect it to be a quick 3-0? I feel like whenever we faced D plus Kia, it had never been an easy match. But I feel like now that we got a quick 3-0, it feels very refreshing and it feels great.
대회에서 가렌 플레이 어떠셨는지 궁금합니다.
In game 2, you picked LCK's very first mid Garen against Nasus, and thanks to you, Garen got his first win. So how was playing him on stage? You know, I think I was really experienced with Garen, so I was really excited to play him. But I feel like I made, with some accidents and some skills issue, I was a little worried, but I'm just glad that we were able to secure today's victory. So with today's match between
제가 가렌을 많이 했어가지고 숙련도가 더 높은 거라 뭐 일단 아직까지는 제가 더 맛이 있는 것 같습니다.
Also regarding Garen, I feel like I just maybe need a little more experience with him to be able to play him in the future as well. And so tomorrow, you will meet whoever wins in the match tomorrow between Hana Life Esports and T1. So who do you want to meet? You know, it doesn't really matter. I think it'll be fun either way. And we will enjoy watching tomorrow's match.
선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 페이지 선수
And
먼저
Paige.
승리 소감 들어보겠습니다. 승자조에 오르셨는데 어떠신가요?
How do you feel to advance to the winners bracket? I was quite satisfied with my gameplay today.
오늘 3연속
And the quick
직스를
3-0 victory makes me very happy.
원자님의 면모를 제대로 보여주신 것 같습니다. 요즘 메타에서 원질 직스 굉장히 활용도가 높은
And
걸로
so,
보이는데요. 어떻게 평가하고 계신지
With the
궁금합니다.
Ziggs, the fantastic back-to-back Ziggs plays, do you think that Ziggs has high prio in the bot lane right now? Yeah, honestly, Ziggs is a really good champion right now in the current meta as a bot laner. So I believe that we'll continue seeing him in the bot lane. And what's your resolution for round 3? I want to make sure that to keep up our form, the exact form that we were able to showcase today, and show you guys an even better gameplay in round 3. And lastly, let's talk to Lihan. Looks like that hat suits you very well. So not only did you earn the first ever 5,000 assists as a support, but you also advanced to the winners bracket. How do you feel? Up until this point where I reached 5,000 assists, I had received so much love from the fans. So I want to just make sure that I'm able to keep it up. And in game 2, you walked in Blitzcrank without hesitation. So how did you end up with this pick? I think I was in a really good condition, and I think that's why. So Blitz is something that you play when you're in a good condition, huh? Yes, that is correct. Oh, it looks like there's a fan in the audience with the same exact outfit.
큰 선물이 됐을 것 같습니다. 당장 내일 하나생명과 T1이 승부를 펼치게 되는데요. 어떻게 예상하시는지.
And tomorrow, Hana Life Esports and T1 will face each other. Any predictions?
누가 올라올 거라고 생각은 안 하는데 그냥 풀 꽉 가서.
I can't really pinpoint who will win, but
좋습니다. 그럼
I hope that they have the most chaotic match.
3라운드 향한 각오 부탁드립니다.
And lastly, as the team captain, can you share your round 3 resolution with your fans? I'm very happy that we're able to grab a quick 3-0 victory, but I want to make sure that we're able to showcase even better performance and keep it up in the future matches. And that's the end of the post-match interview with the players of Gen G. And back to the space. Thank you.